We can move on to the next match, which was the unsanctioned match: Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre.
Why was this an unsanctioned match? Why couldn't we just say no DQ? Did this need to
Because we
be
had a street
unsanctioned?
fight the next night.
But why was what? What was the point? How's it unsanctioned if they get entrances and there's ads during the match? It seems like it was sanctioned. You advertise, you put ads on a match that's not sanctioned.
I mean, that's a good point, but you know how it is in wrestling. We can't put that much
Okay,
thought on it.
all right, all right. It's. I think KO and Sammy did it better when they had their unsanctioned match. You remember that? That Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, because they had like the lights off, didn't they, or
They
something?
did, yeah. They had the lights off. They had the blood. They actually, I think they had barbed wire in that match as well. But as far as this was a okay no DQ match, but for an unsanctioned match, it was a little tame in my opinion, Micah.
I thought certain spots of it were good, especially the finish. With the moonsault onto the table and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, that was.
Um, I like the toolbox callback as well. I was hoping that this was like the turning point. Well, I say the turning point. We had really just gotten our foot in the door of WrestleMania. But the first match was just kind of eh. And then with this one, I had hope because I felt like this was way better than Damian versus Drew last year. Because yeah, it was maybe lacking in a little violence, but it was at least hard hitting, and it wasn't like 35 minutes where guys just go out there and kill each other. It was 15, they got in and out.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I would have liked a little more. Like if you're gonna call it unsanctioned, like you said, somebody should get some color. Somebody,
somebody needs a
should
someone needs a syringe, huh?
no, no, no. Tax,
No, it's
maybe.
screwdriver. They had a toolbox.
Oh,
Get the
they had the
screwdriver out.
adjustable wrench.
Okay, well there you go. Maybe because it was on ESPN two, maybe that's probably why we didn't get the syringe or the barbed wire or the flaming tables, right, Micah?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did. I think after what was it? Maybe Friday night. One of the nights. I think I watched Edge versus Mick Foley. I think it was Friday night, and then to see this the next night was just leaving a lot to be desired.
yeah, yeah. It was there though. I thought it was okay. It was all right.
Yeah. But following that, we had the four
Well,
women's tag
let me
match.
wait. You know what? Before we move on, Micah, I got something. Let me ask you something. You think Drew, his time in the main event scene is officially over? Just with all the new faces they have on the roster now, Micah, I don't think Drew fits into the main event scene anymore.
I think this was a thought when I made my Obafemi video the other day. And I was talking about, maybe some things that they should do with Oba going into the summer. I really came across the same conclusion. So I'm kind of freaked out a little bit that you asked me that because when I was thinking of a guy that Oba could face, and it's a big name, so it would be, it gets a lot of eyeballs on it, a guy that can go with him on the mic, but also take the loss and not really be necessarily hurt by it. And my first thought was Drew McIntyre. But like you said, when you look around, who does Drew beat right now for the title? Like, you're not going to put him over Roman. You're not going to put him over Cody. You're not even going to put him over Penta for the IC. You're not going to put him over Trick for the US. Like, I really just think that Drew at this point in time is like that fighter in the UFC that stays at like the 10 through 8 seed, and
Hmm.
he's never gonna be champion. He's past the hill, you know what I mean? But he's that gatekeeper. If you can beat him, you're on your way to a title shot. But if you can't beat Drew, then you're shuffled back into the mid card.
You're saying he's maybe a new Sheamus in that respect?
Yeah, I just think a better Sheamus.
A better Sheamus, yeah. A better promo Sheamus.
Yeah.
Because I gotta be honest, I haven't been impressed a lot with Drew's matches over the last couple of years. Ever since that Punk match in the Hell in a Cell, I haven't like been blown away by any Drew McIntyre match. Am I missing any?
No, I think that match took something from him, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. CM Punk just absorbed all his youthful vibrance. I don't know. It feels like I can't even imagine Drew feuding with CM Punk at this point because it just seems like he hasn't beat any top guys or won any feuds. I mean, he beat Cody, but it didn't really seem like he won the feud.
Yeah.
He held the title for a month, and that was just kind of like a charity run, and he was just a bridge to get to the Randy Cody storyline. So
Yeah.
you know what? That's okay. Drew had his time. Guys don't have to be in the main event spot for 10 plus years. Not everybody can be a Roman Reigns. Some people get a 2-3 year title window and then they're just gatekeeper for the rest of their time. Like maybe like a Alberto Del Rio. He was like that. Sheamus, he was like that. Just guys aren't supposed to dominate the main event scene unless you're a generational talent like a CM Punk or a Roman Reigns, or I even throw in Seth Rollins in there.
Yeah.
Guys like that are few and far between, and not everybody needs to be in the main event scene for 5, 10 plus years. And he's done a lot of great things, but Drew McIntyre has also been on the main roster since 2007.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guys that are on the come up that are just more exciting to see, and I'm more interested in at the moment. So, shout out Drew. He's put over a lot of guys, but I think his main event window is officially shut.
Yeah, I think honestly, like, another comparison is just kind of Mick Foley. Like, Foley,
Yeah, there you
he
go.
was he was never going to be Stone Cold or The Rock or Triple H or Undertaker even. Now he was in the same echelon as those guys, but he wasn't going to be a world champion over them, except for once or twice. But that's just where it is. There's nothing wrong with being the gatekeeper. Drew can make a lot of money, generational money,
Yeah,
being the gatekeeper. I think a lot of people will remember his Flash World Title win this year, especially him winning it during the COVID year. That kind of just feels like so
a lifetime
synonymous with
ago.
each other. Yeah, and a lifetime ago. So yeah, I mean, again, I just think if you need somebody to put someone over right now, unfortunately, it's Drew McIntyre.